spent in a miserable way.
U.S. News Mayor Pulp City magazine in that detailed Henry Ford's ad a Semitism Daily Mail Online. The Historian, the quarterly, upset City Hall when it arrived from the printer last week with a 10-page cover story that marked the 100th anniversary of Ford buying the Dearborn Independent weekly newspaper, which he used to attack Jews. A Detroit area historical group is protesting the mayor's decision to stop it from sending out the latest issue of its publication, which delved into Ford Motor co-founder Henry Ford's anti-Semitism. Officials with the Dearborn Historical Commission say the latest edition of a city-financed quarterly journal, should be sent to its roughly 200 subscribers and that Mayor Jack O'Reilly should reverse his decision to cut ties with longtime Detroit journalist Bill McGraw, 67, who wrote the Ford piece and was the historian's part-time editor. He was informed of his dismissal Wednesday afternoon by Jack Tate, curator of the Dearborn Historical Museum. The 10-page cover story, which can be read, highlights Ford's writings and views on Jews and explores how they still influence modern neo-Nazi groups. The historian's story went into great detail on how Ford, pictured, and his lieutenants spent millions spreading Ford's anti-Semitic ideas, which flourish today on extremist websites. The cover of the halted edition noted that Ford bought a publication called the Dearborn Independent 100 years ago and used it to attack Jews. The historian's story went into great detail on how Ford and his lieutenants spent millions spreading Ford's anti-Semitic ideas, which flourish today on extremist websites and forums. He added, the hate he unleashed flourishes in the internet age. The Dearborn-based automaker disavowed its founder's views before he died in 1947 and sought to make amends with Jews and Israel. Veteran Detroit journalist Bill McGraw, who was the historian's part-time editor, was fired on Wednesday after writing a piece about Henry Ford's anti-Semitic views during the 1920s. Andrew Kirker, assistant chief curator of the city's history museum, told the Detroit News that Ford is obviously Dearborn's favorite son. This was just to sling mud or done irresponsibly, he said. This is basically, McGraw, a Dearborn resident and former Detroit Free Press reporter, praised the community and O'Reilly's overall work as mayor. I continue to be puzzled by the mayor's actions, which are just bringing more readers to the story he wanted to ban, McGraw said. The Dearborn Mayor Jack O'Reilly, already under fire for killing the current issue of the city-funded Dearborn Historian because it carried a report on Henry Ford's anti-Semitism, has now fired the magazine's editor. I am proud of Dearborn, and had this just been published, it would have been a positive thing for the city, he told the News. Dearborn now has one of the largest communities of Arabs outside of the Middle East. O'Reilly said in a statement that he thought the publication and dredging up hateful messages from a century ago could become a distraction from our continuing messages of inclusion and respect. O'Reilly has not explained why he ordered the museum staff not to mail out the magazine, but regular readers are critical of the mayor after it emerged the mayor planned to hold mailing the controversial issue to subscribers. The mayor added he did fire McGraw, who was an employee of the city or the museum. For years, Dearborn has supported and participated with interfaith organizations and in regional roundtables with diverse communities, and actively promotes initiatives dedicated to increasing unity and understanding, O'Reilly said. Although the historian has no internet presence, Deadline Detroit published McGraw's story, Henry Ford and the International Jew, last Friday, which has caused it to spread and be even more widely read than the magazine's small circulation. O'Reilly's order to suppress it further has only stoked interest in the piece. Henry Ford, less than his son Edsel Ford with the original 1896 quadricycle and the 15th millionth Ford Model T pictured in 1927. By posting your comment you agree to our Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. Do you want to automatically post your Mail Online comments to your Facebook timeline? Your comment will be posted to Mail Online as usual. We will automatically post your comments and a link to the news story to your Facebook timeline at the same time it is posted on Mail Online. To do this you can choose on each post whether you would like it to be posted to Facebook. Your details published by Associated Newspapers Limited. Part of the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday Metro Media Group.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,